welcome. It is the Fairfield County Farm Page. I'm Mike Lamneck, along with Connie Smith, and we've got a great show this week.
We do. Long awaited, the Fairfield County Soil and Water Tree Sale. That's kind of a rite of passage of spring, is the tree sale. So we're going to learn a little bit more about what varieties they have. The tree sale, the forms are out. So you'll be able to hear more about that from Lauren Vires, their education specialist. And then I think we're going to talk to Christina Holt about the process of ordering trees.
Okay.
So we're going to go through all that.
Now, is this a fundraiser for them? Is that what it is?
I don't know if it's as much of a fundraiser as it is a community service.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things they've done for like 30 plus years.
All right.
And I think it's more awareness. Because they group together with several soil and water groups to be able to do the sale. And I think it's more just community awareness, community service.
Okay.
And getting trees in the landscape.
Well, good. Another community service coming up with our friends from the Fairfield County Antique Tractor Club. You'll talk to Doug Shaw, and he's going to tell us all about the big toy sale coming up. Yeah. And that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, Mike. I just figured at some point that runs out.
Yeah.
And Doug shared that has not run out. They are pretty...
Picking up steam,
So that's kind of exciting to think all those years. But more importantly, I think what's exciting is the story that Doug tells about all the reach the Antique Tractor Club has in the community.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And, how many times have you been to a parade that you haven't seen the Antique Tractor Club there?
Right.
Zero.
Yeah. They could be, as he says in the interview, busy pretty much every weekend if they wanted to be.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's not even so much, I did not realize they give back to Toys for Tots. They give back to a lot of other events. So, if you're out and about and you have the opportunity to go February 16th to the toy show, I believe it's a $2 admission.
Right, that's right. 12 and under get in free.
Yeah, and you don't know how that rolls back into the community.
Yeah.
That's a very minimal admission. So anytime you can support the Antique Tractor Club, I think you can support it knowing that it's going to be rolled back somewhere in our community.
And if that is something you're interested in and you're younger or older, definitely talk to Doug about that because they're always looking for new members to keep that club going.
He was too busy to do the interview like in person. I wanted to do an in-person, not over the phone interview, but he says, I don't have time for that. You just talk to me on the phone while I'm driving. So he's a busy guy.
All right. Very good. So that's coming up. And also Fairfield County Fair and I guess Fairgrounds, Fair Board Manager news.
Well, we're interviewing right now. We're looking for a new manager. The end of November, Jim Marcinko, our longtime manager, stepped away from the board due to health reasons and just thought it was kind of time to do that. So we've been on the search for a new manager, and we're in the interview process. I don't know how that's going to shake out, but we're doing that. Also, from the junior fair side, they're all... The Junior Fair Board is really busy bringing us proposals. So if there are any changes in some of those Junior Fair livestock shows, we're looking at all those right now. Okay. And then from the Senior Fair Board side, the open class booklet, the fair book that everybody loves, we are also getting ready to put some changes into there. If each director decides we want to change something up in our book, now's the time that we get together and we do that. So it may seem like the fair is a long time away, but it'll be here before we know it.
I mean, you're working on it as the one fair wraps up. You're already working on the next year's fair pretty much with new ideas. And
absolutely. And I think a lot of our fellow directors, they look at the fair and try to get to a lot of things at the fair and are making notes. Should we change this? What should we do?
How do we make this better?
How do we make this better?
Yeah.
And so that's something that we have a big wrap-up meeting in November, and we always talk about, this is what I think we ought to do. Well, now, once the calendar flips to the new year, then we really knuckle down and kind of get busy. And this year's really special.
Yes.
175 years.
Right.
Celebration of the Fairfield County Ag Society. So we're working really hard to come up with some good ideas, some things that make the community feel involved in the celebration of the Ag Society and the celebration of the fairgrounds right there at the edge of Lancaster. And I think we're unique in that fairgrounds being at the edge of Lancaster.
Well, very good. A lot coming up. Stick around for the show. Thanks for joining us on the Fairfield County Farm page.
Good morning, Connie Smith with OSU Extension. One of my favorite guests, Doug Shaw, Fairfield County Antique Tractor Club. Oh my gosh, that toy show coming up soon, Doug. When is it happening?
February the 16th.
Okay, at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds.
That's correct. In the AAA building and the Ed Sands building. Both buildings.
Two buildings.
Two buildings.
Two buildings. What time does it start?
9 o'clock. 9 to 3 on that Sunday.
On that Sunday. What's it cost to get in?
$2 and 12 and under free.
Okay. How many vendors are you looking at?
We'll probably be in the neighborhood of 35 or 40 vendors, probably 110 to 20 tables.
Okay. Okay. So tell me this, because I want to understand this. This is not just the local club selling some of their toys. You're bringing people from all over and out of the state, correct?
Yeah, all over Ohio, Indiana, West Virginia. There's a lot of vendors from all over.
Yeah, so basically, this one-day show, you fill up the hotels, or they camp at the fairgrounds.
Yep.
Fill up the food places in Lancaster. How many people do you actually come to your show? Do you have a count on that?
There's probably 400 to 500 people come through the door.
Wow.
So, yep.
How many years has the Tractor Club been doing this?
That's a good question. I'd say probably 35 years maybe or so. So
do you see the interest? Does the interest ever wane from this? Like you guys sit back and scratch your head and say, I don't know. I don't know.
And you think, man, these guys, the older guys are dying off. And you think, well, it's going to come to an end one of these days. But this year, I probably got 6 or 8 new vendors.
Oh my!
That have never been there. I mean, they just keep rolling through. You think it's going to end, but it just keeps coming back. So,
hey, how do you feel? I mean, I think you're the permanent president of the Antique Tractor Club.
That's right.
How do you feel about membership of the club? Does that feel that way to you? Like you keep thinking, ugh. But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm just looking at your Facebook page. You guys are everywhere, every season, all the time.
Oh, yeah. We could go someplace every weekend if we wanted to. We get invited to all kinds of functions and so forth. And, they want us to participate in this or that. And we've got probably 60 members that come to every meeting. We've got probably 25 or 30 of them that anytime I need help, I just call them up or send them an email or a text, and they're there to help or to participate. We're pretty fortunate, actually. I mean, we'd like to try to get some more younger members to get involved, and we're getting there. We got a few coming on now, so I keep telling them they're going to be our next president, but they're shaking their head no. But, time will tell.
Yeah.
So.
Why are you so passionate about this, Doug?
Well, that's a good question. And the answer is, back in the day when I belonged to Hawken Valley Steam Club, they would not do anything. They would not participate in anything. They would not spend any money. They wouldn't help anybody out. And Mike Vires and I were at a meeting one time with them, and, we said, let's do this or that. And they said, no, we're not going to do it. And I said, we will start our own club and we will do it. And they looked straight me in the eye and said that it will never happen. You will never make it.
Okay.
And when I left that meeting that day, I told Mike Vires, we will make it. It may be the last thing I do, but we will make it. And so that's, I mean, and we've done great.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have. Yeah.
We have, so.
Yeah. And you've done, like, I think what's interesting to me is there's a variety of things you do.
Oh, yeah. It's just not tractors, you know. I mean, we go to other events, you know, and participate, and, you know, we're always invited to something, you know. And so,
well,
we're help out.
Well, let's take a deep dive. Let's take a really deep dive about what you do. You know, I know personally, I can call you and say, hey, Doug Shaw, I need a wagon to put food in for a food trailer. Doug Shaw, there's a buyer's club that's buying livestock at the fair auction, and there's usually a check for that.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
There's usually, if it's not monetary, it's what can we do for you? How can we help you out?
Right.
And so that's the kind of stuff that I think these community organizations, you benefit from doing things that you help others, and that makes you feel good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we feel good about, you know, helping out at Christmas, Toys for Tots, and, you know, all the food pantries that we help out. And, you know, we did the Festival of Lights. We helped out Bernie with that. And, you know, we're always in parades. And, you know, we go to Tractor Supply and have a one-day show, and just all kinds of things. It's good to get out there in the community and visit with people, and they appreciate us too. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, Doug Shaw, always a pleasure. Let's wrap this up. Toy Tractor Show, when and where?
February the 16th, 9 to 3 at the fairgrounds.
$2 to get in.
$2 to get in, 12 and under free.
Okay, how about parking? Is it free?
Yeah, parking's free, and there'll be 4-H group there selling food.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect. So food on the grounds, 9 to 3. It's a Sunday. Great family activity. You know, mark it on your calendar now, because
and we'll have big tractors on display too. So
okay,
just for show. So
yeah, a lot of good stuff happening. Fairfield County Antique Tractor Club, the permanent president until the end of time, Mr. Doug Shaw. Always a pleasure to have you on our farm page. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Connie Smith. Good morning. Welcome to the farm page. I have Lauren Vires, Fairfield SWCD, with me today, and we're going to talk about the sale that everybody waits for every spring. Yeah.
Yes, it is tree sale time again.
Tree sale time again. So I heard, a little bird told me that people were calling your office wanting to know when the order blank would be out.
Absolutely. We had several calls coming in, and so we're excited to finally announce that it's happening.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us a little bit, what are some of the things you're going to be offering this year, Lauren?
Yeah, so we have a large variety of options to choose from, anywhere from small trees and shrubs to larger trees. So I guess on the shrub side of things, we've got our Arrowwood viburnum. That's a really cool plant if you want to add it to your landscaping. It is good for pollinators and other animals that like those flowers or berries. Also the pawpaw tree, spice bush. If you're looking for something a little bit bigger than that, we have several oak trees, our black gum tree, and even a couple of conifer trees as well.
Pretty much all native trees.
Correct, yes.
All native trees. And I know in the past, we've had Tommy Springer on here talking about the tree sale and what a big deal it is. Kind of a first come, first serve.
Have that's correct.
Yeah. So get your orders in, right? Tell me this, do you have a dogwood tree this year?
We have the red osier dogwood this year.
Perfect. Okay.
So at least one variety.
One variety. Okay. So let me ask you. So for our listeners, let's talk just a little bit. I've got your order form here in front of me. Price of these trees, they come usually in packs. Am I correct?
Yes.
Some of them do?
Yeah, some of them come in packs. You can also order individuals. So just whatever you're looking for.
Yeah. Pretty inexpensive. A pack of 25 pin oaks would be $40. So those are just like a seedling. They're not what you think of when you go to the garden store.
Correct.
They're just one little seedling.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So don't be looking for a bald burlap tree.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So these are going to be bare root seedlings. So they might take a little more tender, loving care to make sure that they survive and thrive in your backyard. But it's a great place to start.
Yeah. So Lauren, I know you're new at SWCD.
Yep.
Have you been through one tree sale yet?
I've been through one tree sale last year. So yes, it's a little bit of a crazy time of year, but definitely very exciting.
Well, let me just put you on the spot. Was that the highlight of your year, the tree sale?
Well, I get to do so many fun things at my job. It's hard to pick one highlight.
Yeah, and of course, you do have Christina Holt, the tree queen.
Yes.
Of Fairfield SWCD.
She keeps us running smoothly.
She keeps you running smoothly. Okay. Very good. Do you know how many orders you typically get? Do you have any idea how many orders you guys would get?
That's a good question.
You take over the conference room here at the Ag Center.
Yeah. I don't know how many orders, but I know that we had several tables set up, and every single one of them was covered in trees, and there were trees along the wall. They were everywhere. So
as a rookie last year, were you surprised at the amount of trees you were able to get out into the landscape with the Fairfield SWCD tree sale?
Yeah, I would say I was pleasantly surprised. A lot of tree orders came in, and it's really cool to see people taking the initiative to plant those trees, support local wildlife, and really help the environment.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised she was. Isn't that interesting? Because a lot of the long timers down there are not always pleasantly surprised about the tree sale. So it's always a pleasure to have our good friends, Fairfield SWCD, here with us on the farm page. We're all in the same building, so we kind of all get to see what everybody's doing. And the tree sale we know is priority one.
Yes.
Those 2 weeks that you guys are kind of working in that.
Absolutely.
Hey, Lauren, when if they have questions, give us a phone number to call just in case they want to know more.
Yeah, so you can give us a call at 740-653-8154.
8154. I know that.
I'm used to giving out my number, but
Okay.
you probably want to call our office's number so you can talk to the tree queen.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. She is the girl.
She is.
She is the girl this time of year. Well, and tell me quickly, when is the last date to order? So the online order deadline is March 21st, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And cash check order is March the 7th. So they've got about 6 weeks.
Yep, got about 6 weeks, but it is a first come, first serve kind of limited supply situation, so the earlier the better.
Okay. Will you come back and visit with me as the deadline gets closer, and we can maybe refresh, what you've got, what you've run out of, and all that good stuff?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Absolutely. Lauren Vires, SWCD, welcome to Farm Page. Thank you for announcing the 2025 Fairfield SWCD Tree Seedling Sale. Thank you.
Thank you.